I'm Joe Reed, and this is Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine. As you know, we're getting ready for AudioFile's Best Audiobooks of the Year reveal tomorrow, December 4th. And we thought we would ask some of the people who work at the magazine for their personal gift ideas to sort of rev us up for our Best of the Year. And today we're talking with Laura Rossi, who is AudioFile's Director of Publicity and Social Media. And she's worked in book publishing, oh gosh, for 3 decades, over 3 decades, and at AudioFile for 3 years. And we absolutely adore her. She is also a podcast producer as well as a published author. So when it comes to listening experiences, Laura knows a thing or two. Laura, welcome. I'm so happy to talk to you.
Thank you, Joe. I'm delighted to be here. As you know, I love all things listening: audiobooks, podcasts, public radio, music, even nature. I've been a fan of Behind the Mic for years, as you know, and so I'm thrilled to be a guest host here today.
So let's have your reveal. What is the audiobook you like to give or want to give for holiday gift giving?
My pick is Holidays on Ice by David Sedaris, read by David
Oh.
Sedaris, Amy Sedaris, and Ann Magnuson.
Yes, and that is an incredibly wonderful pick. So for people who might not know about this really once in a generation book, share it.
Absolutely. So this audiobook is a collection of stories featuring one of my all-time favorites, David Sedaris' story, Santaland Diaries, where David, in my humble opinion, you can weigh in, Joe, flawlessly narrates his hilarious tale of working as an elf at Macy's during the holidays and Christmas season.
This first, as I recall, had its first life on NPR as sort of like this little series.
Yes.
I could not wait for it to come on. It is so good. It is so wonderful, and I can't imagine a better narrator than David. His voice is perfect for this.
I agree, Joe. And you are right. I actually did a little research, and it looks like December 23rd, 1992, on
Mhm.
Morning Edition was the first time he read and did the performance. And now every year, if I remember correctly, NPR plays an encore broadcast of part of Santaland Diaries during the holiday season.
It's so funny, first of all. Do you wanna tell us just a little bit more about it? And then we can talk about why you think it's such a great gift, though I obviously agree with you.
Absolutely. So, all of our listeners here know that David Sedaris is a champion storyteller, as the LA Times calls him, and he's a wonderful sense of humor, but also, he can sprinkle in poignancy, the unexpected, and for this particular audiobook selection, he talks about a little bit of the dark side of the holidays, narrating his journey to become an elf at Macy's.
And I love dark humor, and as you say, it's so unexpected and quirky, and what I think I love the most about this is you never know where he's going to go next.
Exactly, Joe. And you mentioned NPR, and I added a little bit more history to that. So, for me personally, one of the reasons I love gifting this audiobook is because of the tradition. I love to listen to it along with my family. And so, it is the perfect gift to give to others to start a holiday tradition that kind of allows you to laugh at some of the absurdity, get away from the busy schedules and the long to-do lists, and essentially chuckle about the holiday madness that we all inevitably get a little bit wrapped up in. And for me, knowing there's a new David Sedaris fan just, kind of adds to the holiday fun every year.
Oh, that's so nice. I wanna hear a little bit now. Do you have an excerpt for us?
I do have an excerpt. This is the selection where, and I'm laughing even thinking about it, David Sedaris finds out he is a Macy's elf.
Oh, the drama. This is Holidays on Ice by David Sedaris, read by David Sedaris, Amy Sedaris, and Ann Magnuson.
This afternoon, I sat in the 8th floor Santaland office and was told, "Congratulations, Mr. Sedaris, you are an elf." In order to become an elf, I filled out 10 pages worth of forms, took a multiple choice personality test, underwent 2 interviews, and submitted urine for a drug test. The first interview was general, designed to eliminate the obvious sociopaths. During the second interview, we were asked why we wanted to be elves. This is always a problem question. I listened as the woman ahead of me, a former waitress, answered the question saying, "I really want to be an elf because I think it's about acting. And before this, I worked in a restaurant, which was run by this really wonderful woman who had a dream to open a restaurant. And it made me realize that it's really, really important to have a dream." Everything this woman said, every phrase and sentence, was punctuated with a question mark, and the interviewer never raised an eyebrow. When it was my turn, I explained that I wanted to be an elf because it was one of the most frightening career opportunities I had ever come across.
Oh God, why do you want to be an elf? What a question. It is his voice so suits the material.
Really, I can barely talk about it without laughing, Joe, as you can hear.
I know, me too. I am definitely gonna listen to this as I drive to New York this Christmas.
Perfect, a perfect, accompaniment to your travels, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, Joe.
Oh, I do too. I really do. And this honestly, thank you for reminding me about it because it has literally just shot to the top of my gift giving.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joe, and thank you for inviting me to be a guest today. I loved it.
Not at all. We were talking about Holidays on Ice by David Sedaris, read by David Sedaris, Amy Sedaris, and Anne Magnuson. And that was Laura Rossi. She's the director of publicity and social media here at AudioFile Magazine. And tomorrow, Robin Whitten joins me for an overview of AudioFile's best of the year. So don't miss it. Brilliance Publishing proudly presents today's episode of Behind the Mic. And don't forget to follow us wherever you get your podcasts, and then you won't miss it. I'm Jo Reed, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.